Hey, what's up everybody? What's good? How you feeling? It's your boy blakinola here, back with another video, and I'm trying to give you guys the news of what's good in gaming, specifically League of Legends, maybe some Overwatch, but we've got some League of Legends news for you. And the biggest thing to come out today, other than the notes for the latest patch, is Ryze. He's been updated again. Now, you guys may be thinking, why Ryze? Well, he was next on the update schedule, and Riot Games as a company has always strived to make sure their champions are up to date, so it doesn't really seem like a game that came out over 6 years ago. Can you believe it? League's been out for so long, but for a lot of people it still seems pretty new. So, Ryze the Rune Mage, one of the OG champions of League of Legends, has come out with another kit update and visual update. He's got a new ability, which is his ultimate. We'll get to that. Retool passive, retool Q, W, and E to further solidify his role as a mage and bring some utility to the table, which is happening more and more as mages are released. They don't just do damage. They're used for more than that, and that's really something that solidifies a champion's place within the league. So without further ado, I'll stop talking up Ryze. I'm sure you want to see what his abilities are and see how they interact and stuff. Now, I went through the video. I'll just go for as long as we need to. We don't need to make it a 20-minute video or anything like that. It's not that crazy. I'm going to skip his passive because his passive works just based off his maximum mana. There's no visual effect or anything like that. So we're just going to skip right out. We're going to go straight on to his Q, which is Overload, and I'll go ahead and full screen the video. Hit that young HD button. We'll see what it does. So Q is Overload. That hasn't really changed all that much. It's a line skill shot, does damage, and it reduces its own cooldown as you keep smacking it. So keep on laying down Q, and you get a rune when you cast Overload. You keep casting it, you will get a shield and a little move speed boost to run down your enemies or run away from danger. So great for kiting, great for chasing on enemies down. His W is still Rune Prison. There's nothing really different about that. If we full screen it and play it right there, you still root an enemy. It's targeted. It's one of the few targeted CCs in the game that still exist. It really hasn't changed since he came out so many years ago. So you mobilize an enemy, you do a little bit of magic damage, you can get a couple Qs off if you're lucky, and smack your head against the keyboard. His E is Spell Flux, so you'll be able to... This used to be your AoE damage ability that bounced around, reduced MR. This now has some additional utility based on what ability you use afterwards. So you can tag enemies with E, it'll mark them, okay? Now, if you hit them with Overload, it'll do extra damage, it'll spread to enemies that also have the Flux debuff on them. It's marked by a little blue circle around the target. It will go down when the duration is about to end. If you Rune Prison somebody, if you W somebody while they're fluxed, the root time is doubled. So if you're not carrying tenacity boots, you are going to be in trouble there. And if you spell flux again, you'll just keep spreading flux. If you die while you have the flux debuff on you, the disease will spread, kind of like Malzahar's Space AIDS. So let's see how this works in action here. So you cast spell flux, it died, so it's passed off the passive there, and it just kept bouncing, so it affected it again. Hit him with Flux, then you hit him with W again, and it'll root them. That's almost a 2-second root. That's pretty crazy. So you hit him with Flux, hit him with Overload, it passes on by, spreading the love, spreading the damage. Pretty straightforward. So that spell has a lot more utility. Like I said before, it used to just apply a magic resist debuff, which not a lot of spells do, and they wanted Ryze to have a more definitive position as a mage. So I think that's a really welcome change. I'm really excited to see how that works when he's played mid or top. Now, his ultimate ability used to just increase spell vamp, increase move speed. It was pretty vanilla as other ultimates go. But this time, it's completely different. So it's called Realm Warp. And as you might be hearing it, it does warp people. I have nothing to say about this except for I'm not sure what they were going for. So, Ryze will mark a place on the map and activate his ultimate. Anybody caught in this little circle, he can transport. His whole team will be transported to another place on the map. So what's great about this skill is that in addition to activating it, you can also apparently bring minions, whatever friendly allied units are in there. You can bring them to another lane. You can have everybody rotate the dragon super quick. You can initiate a flank on the team, on an enemy team, without even them realizing what's going on. This skill can be interrupted, from what I've heard. If you're silenced, if you're hard CC'd, you will not be able to transport. Anything that prevents you from moving. So if you're grounded by Cassiopeia, or you're silenced, maybe by Soraka silence, that's going to stop you from going. So just see that again. So it activates. Make sure you run to that circle. You only have like a couple seconds. So Ryze is apparently Tom Kench now. We Tom Kench boys. So that's pretty cool. So, like I said, Ryze used to be defined as, when his first rework came out, people were going crazy about how he was melting everybody. Like, he could take on Vayne in a 1v1 situation. I don't know if you remember that LCS moment, but that was pretty unhealthy. And he was just another damage dealer. Like, there are plenty of other mages like Annie that just immobilize people and do damage, and that's not really a unique part of the game anymore. Back when the game came out, maybe it was like, he's your generic run of the mill mage, but every champion that's released has a unique identity within League of Legends. I don't know how they do it with over 125 champions, but each champion feels so different, and that's the direction they're going for, and I can super respect that. That's really cool. Anyway, we're gonna check out some more high quality gameplay. Not by quality, I mean like elo wise. We're just gonna be able to get a closer look at how his abilities look on the PBE. So just stick around. We're gonna come right back now. Guys, I told you I'd come back. I'm never gonna leave you. All right, so now we've got some in-game gameplay of Ryze. You'll notice that he's a lot scrawnier. He's been hitting the gym. He's been in room prison. He's tightened up his scroll. The man has seen some shit, all right? And he's ready to come back and define his place in League of Legends as the premier mage. So we're going to be able to show you his abilities here. So first off is Overload. Pretty long line skill shot, has a pretty fast missile speed, and like I said, just does damage. Every time you cast Rune Prison, every time you cast Overload, it reduces the damage on Overload. Rune Prison, regular root. Spell Flux is going to apply that, see that AoE debuff there. So if you've got, it's going to be crazy in a team fight if you're able to apply that passive. Then tag him with Overload, have that spread across the team. It's going to be completely ridiculous. His ranges haven't really changed all that much. Medium range mage, so you're going to have to be careful. And as you can see underneath his bar, you'll be able to see the amount of runes that he has leveled up to do that extra damage. And proc that move speed, proc that shield. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. And then his ult, you have to see, it's a very short range to start out with, but the max range is maybe, I want to say just under half like a TF ult. So you're not going to be able to go all over the map like Twisted Fate and Tom Kench, but yeah, it's still going to provide some awesome team utility. So not that great early, but by the late game, you're going to be making some pretty sick plays. Anyway, I'll take it to the next video. In this video, we're going to see some emotes. Now, things aren't final yet. It's on the PBE, so things are subject to change, but Ryze is a lot more purplish blue than we're used to seeing. He used to be kind of blue, but now he's purple, so I can't sing I'm blue and da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. And I think the biggest thing to take away from this update is that his beard has physics now, in addition to the ties on his back. So I thought that was pretty cool. He looks great. He looks like a champion that was released very, very short time ago, and I can't wait to see how he comes up in the PBE. So I'm going to get out, try him, hopefully play a few games. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit something about the Ryze rework update, whatever you want to call it. It's exciting. The next champion on the update schedule is Yorick. We've been waiting a long time for this because that champion is busted as hell. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, please show your support by hitting it with a like. Let's try to go for 10 likes today, and share it with your friends. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought of it. And I want to bring you the news, not drama alert. just want to bring you the news. You know, I want to be the source for League of Legends stuff. So I really appreciate everything, all your support. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Peace. I love you.